Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your astrological preview for the month of November. We have a lot of activity this month, including two of the outer planets changing signs, which is a big deal because that's not that frequent. The first one is Uranus, which has been moving in retrograde. And we experienced Uranus moving from Aries to Taurus on May 15th of this year. And that was a shift I think a lot of people felt. Before that, for about 7 years, Uranus had been moving through the sign of Aries. It was very fiery and passionate and causing a lot of rebellious and energy for people who want to break free from something and make a change. And it was very active. And the shift into Taurus these past few months, I think, has been more grounded. It's still about revolution and change, but in more practical ways, how we can better work with our resources and our money, take care of our planet. So we will have Uranus returning to Taurus, but between November 6th and March 5th of 2019, so over just about the next 5 months, we will have this return to the late degrees of Aries. And I think some of that fire, some of that maybe anger will return. We could see more protesting and these type of things, people getting fired up. If you were born in the late degrees of Aries, towards the end of the sign, around 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, this area, you may really be feeling Uranus's return to Aries. Or if you're born under the cardinal signs of Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries is the other cardinal sign, I think you'll really feel this one, and it can be a wrap up on some things that you woke up to over the past 7 years, and what you need to do to stay true to yourself and not steer from the path that you got inspired to follow. Now, we're going to also feel Jupiter change signs into Sagittarius on the 8th of November. And this is going to be a much lighter energy. It's really kind of exciting. Jupiter's been in Scorpio for the past approximately a year. And the gifts that we receive from Jupiter and Scorpio really came through what we were willing to let go of, what we were willing to look at realistically and come out of denial. And so now the gifts through Jupiter and Sagittarius should feel a lot easier to receive. It may not have to feel that there's a struggle or giving something up. Jupiter is at home in the sign of Sagittarius. It rules that sign, and in general, I think it will help inspire people to expand their worldview, to learn more, perhaps go back to school, expand their spiritual horizons. So we'll have a good run of Jupiter and Sagittarius over the next year, starting on November the 8th. We're going to have the new moon in Scorpio on the 7th. This new moon is going to be a great time to set your intentions related to intimate partnerships and shared finance. We are experiencing Venus retrograde this month. So keep in mind when you're setting your intentions that they could take a while to unfold, and especially if they're relationship related. And you may actually revisit them next month and see how you feel about them. But it's still important to set the intentions at the new moon each month so you can plant the seeds for new growth and attract what you want into your life. So Mercury is going to go retrograde on November the 16th. And that's the exact same day that Venus, which has been traveling in retrograde, will station direct. So I think that day will feel pretty charged, some shift in the air. It will be good that Venus is stationing direct, but we're going to feel the shadow effect of that until December 17th. So I would avoid making big relationship-related decisions until after that time, just to be sure you're clear on what you want for yourself. And if you're single and you meet someone new, keep things light and definitely enjoy the moment, but you don't have to worry about if this is the person to stay with for the future right now. I think you'll get more clarity once we clear both Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde shadow. So the Mercury retrograde is starting November 16th, and it's going until December 6th, but we may feel the shadow until the 24th. And this can be a time where we maximize the energy to finish anything we've started. It's really not a great time to get new ideas off the ground or make new commitments. So if you can think in terms of using November and December as the wrap up to 2018, you can really free yourself up for new beginnings in 2019, because we've got a great retrograde free new year coming up. So when you work with these natural cycles, you can still be productive, but I wouldn't try to force anything new right for over the next couple of months, because it will probably feel like there's some resistance. The sun will move into Sagittarius on the 22nd, and I think this will also offer bright, optimistic energy. It should feel pretty social and a great time to connect with others and get out and about. Now, depending where you are in the world, the full moon will either be on the 22nd, for example, on the west coast of the United States, or the 23rd on the east coast of the United States. It is a 0-degree Gemini full moon. It's a great time to get some enlightening information. Gemini is the sign of the intellect and information and communication. So you could receive just the information you've been waiting for. That said, sometimes people don't like the information that they receive, and it could be a time where you need to step back from any kind of heated conversations and wait a few days after the full moon has passed. And then you'll probably be able to see your situation a little more rationally. All right. I hope everybody makes the most of November's astrology. You can always get more information on janspiller.com. When you subscribe, there's lots of articles that I prepare in great detail about all of these events that I've described. So I encourage you to do so. And I will see you next month for your forecast.